Several minutes of commercial-free football starts now.
Here are the Purple Mortgage Guys.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Purple Mortgage Guys. Just another solo episode here with the holidays. Scheduling got tough to get everyone on at the same time, and just wanted to give some quick thoughts ahead of maybe one of the most important games of the year with the season dwindling down. Getting the Lions at home, I think, also makes it a really important game. But just kind of wanted to break down a couple things I'm looking for, give my bold prediction, my score prediction, and then as always, we like to see your guys' predictions. We've had a perfect score prediction this year with Judy, and we'll see if we can get another one. Rocking the whiteout for the whiteout game. I made myself a little white Russian just to get the full spirit going. But like I said, huge game against the Lions, who are probably going to win the division. The Lions are the two of our last three matchups. This is the one at home. It's probably the one that we absolutely want to take full advantage of. Home field crowd. I think the big keys to watch is the Lions and the Vikings have both had stretches of really good football and also maybe not so good football. The Lions coming off of a huge win against the Broncos makes me a little bit more nervous than I was a week ago for this game. But Brian Flores' defenses are undefeated against Jared Goff in 3 appearances. So hopefully that gives us some hope. We'll need Nick Mullins to kind of stop pressing and try to eliminate mistakes. I think he could maybe afford to have one, but that's going to be a big thing to watch for as well. A lot of questionable players for the game tomorrow. It's looking like Jordan Hicks could play, which is pretty surprising. They opened his practice window up, but he's now listed as questionable. We're currently 3-point underdogs, and the ESPN matchup predictor has the Lions as a 60.5% favorite. And both teams are kind of battling through some injuries. CJ Gardner Johnson is on the IR for the Lions. I think that's a big hit to that defense. Byron Murphy has also been ruled out for the Vikings. So kind of similar spots. They've got their starting quarterback, though, and that's always a big one. I'm going to say with this game, the big keys to watch are going to be the turnovers, like they have been all season. Nick Mullins taking care of the football, not making reckless mistakes that maybe kill a drive or kill a scoring opportunity. And then the defense holding it together for 4 quarters. They've started to slip at the end of games. Part of that's offense turning the ball over and being on the field for too many possessions. But I think the defense has to also get a little bit better at closing out a game and not giving up so many points in the fourth quarter. I think bold prediction for this game. I think the defense, in order to win this game, defense or special teams is going to have to come up big. And so I'm going to say the Vikings get a defensive or special teams score tomorrow against the Lions. And I think we're going to need something like that to spark a victory. Score prediction. There's a couple different ways this could go. I do think it's going to be like moderately high scoring. I'm going to predict the Vikings. Seems like I only predict wins, but I'm just writing out hope. It feels like this is a must-win game, kind of like the season's on the line. Again, I've mentioned a few times, you're at home, crowd. The Vikings are doing the whiteout, which always seems to bring a little extra energy to the stadium whenever there's a theme for the game. I'm going to say Vikings win 27-24 in Viking fashion. Close game all game long, and Greg Joseph kicks a field goal within the last couple minutes of the game. Let's see. That was bold prediction, score prediction. If things don't go well, I'm gonna. There's always about 2 or 3 recurring ones to pick from. I'm gonna say that it's turnovers. That we're still just committing dumb turnovers, and I worry at that point. We're certainly not statistically eliminated at that point, but with the teams that are playing really well right now, like the Seahawks and the Rams, um, it's going to be really tough to get into the playoffs. And at that point, there's a lot of fans that say, "Do you even want to get in? If you're losing so many games, you're just going to compromise your draft position." I am intrigued this year just because every single game has been close. So we've hung in there with every team in the NFL really, and beat what's maybe the best right now with the 49ers. But you got to start another winning streak here, and I think it starts with Detroit in Minneapolis. Give your score predictions below. Bold predictions are always fun. Let me see my last video here quick. There's a comment or two. Judy, I think if we're all honest, we know this team, should they go to the playoffs, it will be one and done, just like last year. I want a top 10 draft pick more than a bottom seed in the playoffs. Time to move forward. After being a fan for 50 years, I'm tired of this movie. I want a true quarterback. You guys who are younger have not felt the pain as old timers like me. I am not negative, just a realist. I get it, Judy. I certainly have felt that, and even if I'm not as old, it's certainly hard to watch, and I totally get your sentiment. That sounds very like my dad as well when we talk about the games. So, Judy, if you're watching, I'm curious. Does it matter what happens in this game, or are you looking to put in Jaron Hall, see what you have there, maybe kind of purposely lose some games? And if you do, to improve your draft stock to, let's say, the 10 to 15 range of picks, you're going quarterback. Do you have a favorite yet? Do you have a prospect or two that you've got your eye on? Let us know down below. And I think we got one from Bob as well. Thank you both for being so loyal to the channel. Bob, we control our own destiny, and if the Kittens lose to Dallas, we can still take the North, and you can fly F-16s, Goose. And can you fly F-16s, Goose? So I answered that one online. I cannot. It'd be pretty cool if I could. Although I understand Judy's sentiment, I'm kind of right there with Bob. I'm a hopeless Vikings fan that can never give up hope. So maybe not hopeless was not the right word, but the optimist. Tend to see the positive in all of their games, that it feels like we're in every game, we can win every game, and I want the season to keep going. You wait all year for it. I don't want it to end. So let's come out and look really good against Detroit, spark hope for everyone, and see what happens this season. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed, and we'll come back with a recap, hopefully with the whole crew.